Right. Okay, everyone, welcome to our Monday night Legacy Peak team call. My name is Carrie Brummett. I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. I've been with the company for 15 years. I'm one of your national marketing director support upline, and I'm happy to be on the call with you tonight to talk about something that's really going to up our game. And we're going to be talking about some summer love. Anybody up for some summer loving? You know the song, Summer Lovin' Happen. Oh, no, you don't want me to sing. Okay, Casey's like, Mom, do not sing. Anyway, okay, so I know last week we talked about, if you were not on the call and you didn't listen to the recording, you should go back and listen to it, because last week we talked about how to build for events in the inviting process. And really, that's everything we do. That's like our highest payoff activity. It's what we do. We tell our story, and we do that through events. And events can look a lot of different ways in today's world. But one thing we're going to talk about tonight is a specific event, and it's one that's kind of old school, maybe, but it's updated, okay? So you have to know that all of us, before all of this technology and before, social media, and, I'm dating myself, y'all, but I've been around for 15 years. So we didn't have all these tools and all the things that we had now. So we kept it very simple. And I feel like sometimes in today's world and in what we have to offer, we have so much, we have so many tools, we have, so many resources that sometimes we forget to just bring it back to the basics and keep it simple. Because remember, what we're doing is we're telling a very simple message, right? We're telling the whole food story. We're telling people how to, bridge the gap easily in their nutritional needs, in their diets, and what a great impact that can make and why they need to do that. And I think sometimes when we just get wrapped up in so many ways to do things, we forget just simplicity. And everything we do is about duplication, right? And everything that we do is for our customers. It should be for our customers, right? And I always, I'm sure a lot of my team on here have heard me say this before, is don't you want your customers to know what you know about Juice Plus, to be for Juice Plus as you are, to be that raving fan, right? And so how do they get there? Well, Jay Martin says, the sale starts when they become a customer, right? And so the process can start before that, but what we're going to talk about tonight is the Summer Love program. And so I got this idea from our upline national marketing director, Christine Abril. And Christine, if you have not met her, she is just brilliant. She's a 100+ club. She has lots of national marketing directors on her team, and she rolled out this with her team, with her NMD Open. And I just thought it was brilliant, because I know what we've been talking about is really, really caring. We do 3 things. And if you look at the new Mission Driven, it says share, care. I think care should be like capitalized and highlighted, right? Care, and then build. Because here's the thing, without customers, we don't have a business, right? And also, your team are going to come from your raving fan customers. So sometimes those raving fan customers become raving fans after their first exposure. That's about 5% of the people. Is anybody here joined when they became a customer, joined the mission? Okay, there's a few of us on here, right? But most of us took several exposures and were on the product for a while, and you got cared for, and you had a good experience, and then you join the team later, right? So our whole point behind what we're going to be doing this summer is really to slow down enough to solidify and really give back to our customers and create those raving fans that we owe them, really. So we want them to embrace the habit And if they don't get sold out, if they don't really understand what Juice Plus is, what's in the bottle, and what comes to their house every month, if they don't really understand that, they are not going to embrace the habit, right? How many people have people push their orders out, right? Because they do not understand what they actually paid for. They don't understand what's in the bottle. And it doesn't work in the bottle, it only works in the body. So we want them to embrace the habit, and then we want them to go out and share with their people, right? Because this is a network marketing business, and it is not just about the people that you know. So you need to look at your customer base and think, okay, if you have 10 customers, think about triple that, right? Because if somebody gets excited and becomes a raving fan, they're going to share it with at least 3 other people. The average Juice Plus rep has 6 customers. So knowing that, you could actually triple your customer base, right? So embrace, share, and inspire other people to do the same. That is our mission. So we want to create whole food junkies, right? That's what I say. I want them to be sold out. I want them to become as obsessed, Jay Martin says, as I am about what we have in our hands. And how about our community, right? We want to invite them into our community. It's about relationship. A lot of times we meet people in this business and we don't know them that well. And if you're just doing customer care where you're texting them and reaching out and saying, are you ready for your Juice Plus? That's great. Don't get me wrong. Keep doing that. That's awesome. But that is not enough. We need to create relationships, because relationships are not something, they're everything in business. And if we don't ever create that relationship, they're not going to see what an awesome community we are and really come in with us and invite them in. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to send out a link, but we're on a mission this summer to love on our customers through two ways. Customer appreciation calls, okay, where it's a call or a Zoom or even a face-to-face where you have one other person telling their story, okay? So it's not just you, you've got a buddy on there who's practiced their story. So this is an invitation for all of you to practice your story, right? Get it down, get it succinct. If you're like, I'm not sure about my story, reach out to your upline, reach out to your sponsor, we'll help you with it. And you're going to do that throughout the summer, okay? You can do a great customer appreciation call in about 10, 15 minutes where somebody else is telling their story. Okay, and the second way that we're going to do that is through a One Simple Change event, okay? And that is an event where, and then Cheryl's going to share with you that in just a minute. So, but also having a third-party validation with somebody else telling their story, at least one other person, okay? So those 2 ways, call, Zoom, or face-to-face, or have regular One Simple Change events, which I'm going to put them on my calendar, and you can bite into them, and somebody else is going to be also sharing their story, their Juice Plus story. Okay, so we want every single one of our customers this summer to get that education and to get loved on. All right, are you guys all in for that? Okay, so I am going to let Cheryl Ney take over now, and she's going to show you where the One Simple Change verbiage is and the script and everything, so you can do these yourself, okay? But remember, you got to have a buddy with you, and it can be anybody, right? So, Cheryl, are you there?
I am.
Okay.
Hello.
Take it, girl.
All right. Okay, so let me share my screen, and you guys are going to be able to find this on the missiondriven.info website, which they have just redone this. Go to that. Can you guys see that? Well, give me a thumbs up if you can see that. You can see that? Okay. Okay, so like Carrie was saying, you know, the 3 parts to this are the share, care, and build. They make this so simple for us to find. If you just go down on this main screen, so you have to type in the password is mission to this. But see these 2 big buttons, One Simple Change, join our mission. Now, the One Simple Change Zoom that we're talking about is found right here And there is an invitation to join the mission in this PowerPoint. So don't worry about, that it's only about the product. It does mention the business. And there's an invitation to get started on, the product, and join the community in that too, which I love. So they've redone this whole PowerPoint. It says One Simple Change Flipbook right here, the One Simple Change presentation. So you're going to want to click on that, and hold on, I think, yeah, let me just click on that. I thought it said, okay. And the really cool thing is that they, you can see these slides here. It says download the PowerPoint in the script. So you're going to want to go to that. But I want to show you guys, if it lets me do this. They have shortened this, which is great, because this is actually, the Flipbook has about 30 different things to go through. But when you go to the actual PowerPoint and script, there's a shorter version of that. So I'm going to show you guys that now, because I have it saved and pulled up here. So hold on just a second. Let me stop that.
Okay, Cheryl, while you're pulling that up, so the one that pops up on the screen has the 30 images, but if you click on the download and download that PowerPoint, it only has the shorter version 15, which you're going to show us, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the Flipbook is different than the PowerPoint. So the Flipbook, I think you can do it like if you just want to pull it up on your phone and share it that way. Just like if you're with somebody in person. Okay, hold on, guys. I have to move. Oh. Okay, now I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it looks like you had it up before.
I did, yeah.
It came up.
Okay, let me just go to, yeah, now it's closed. Okay, hold on, let me do this. Okay, can you guys, yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay. So what works easy for me is that I just saved this to just my desktop so that it's just right here. And so when you have somebody on the Zoom, you can just get to it really easily and quickly. And so this is like, see how they have, like, it's a PowerPoint. So like you can see how you have the slide, and then it has a script below. And then what you can do is, let's see. I was going to take you through these, but it's like, it's coming. You would just go through the PowerPoint and play the slideshow. And then you could just advance each of the slides. But you can see how like it goes through the healthy living community. It's going to talk about oxidative stress. Oops. And this is the really cool part that I love about this, is that it gets back to the very basics of why fruits and vegetables are important for us to consume every day. And that's the part that I feel like our customers forget, because they don't hear that as much as we hear that, because we go to all the Prevention Plus lectures and all of the events, So think about every time we're reminded about the why, when we go to an event, when we go to a boot camp, anything like that. So, getting this information to them, reminding them that, fruits and vegetables are so important for us, and just, showing them these things is caring for them. That's the piece of really caring about their health, and then going through, I don't think it's going to let me click on each one, but let me see if I can just go down. And just explaining, and here, I'm just going to go down this way. So if you just look on the left, it shows you all the different, like, and just making that one simple change with adding Juice Plus. Like maybe they're not even on the vineyard, so this is an option for them to see what all is in the vineyard blend. It goes through, there's a slide on the complete. It talks about the research. There's a slide on the omegas. Let's see, the healthy starts for families, the omegas. It brings up the price, and then it's just an invitation. We invite you to join us. So what does that look like? I mean, I'll pull this one up. The script talks about how, some of them might be interested in just hearing more about some of the products that they're not on. And some of them might, they might just only be on the complete. So their one simple change might be to add, Juice Plus in general to their diet. And then also, I think it talks about something with the community, like sharing this information. So that's the referral part of it, like putting that information, putting that language in their head about, sharing this information with their friends and family. Because that also is sometimes hard to bring up with people. Like, who else do they know that needs Juice Plus in their body? And then just being part of the community and being on the mission with us. So I feel like it covers a lot. I'm going to go ahead and unshare this. I feel like it covers a lot in a really short amount of time. And then if you add your story and then you add someone else's story, I mean, I just think that it's going to be a big value to them. It's like bringing their own very personalized event to your customer. So how cool is that to just, the invitation being, hey, summer's so busy, we have a lot of events going on, but I want to do this personalized event just for you, at this 20-minute time period. Like, I really think you could do this in 20 minutes. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I love that. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick invitation. Did you know that every Tuesday night there's a call, and it's a jpvf.info. That's Dawn Rathman's website. And there are 2 people that share every Tuesday night, with the exception of a holiday, one on the One Simple Change, and at 7 o'clock Central Time, and at 8 o'clock, it's a Join the Mission call. So every Tuesday night. So I'm going to invite you guys to get on tomorrow night, if you can, or the next Tuesday night, and listen into those calls. They're also recorded. So if you, for some reason, can't get them on, they're not, the calls themselves on Tuesday night are not recorded, but she does have them recorded on her website. So you could actually go on and listen. So it makes you feel more comfortable. Every time I had to go talk to someone for the first time or do a presentation or anything, I always listened to a call before I did anything, because that empowered me. So I'm going to invite you guys to jump on tomorrow night. Yours truly happens to be doing the 8 o'clock with the Join the Mission tomorrow night. So if you want to hop on, I'd be happy to share with you and your guests. Okay, Trisha, we're going to throw it to you. Trisha's going to tell us how this built her business.
Yes. Okay. Yep. So really, it ties in everything that you said, Carrie, and then really what Cheryl talked about. So kind of what I did about how I shared and cared and built my stable customer base for these past 8 years. So as I'm talking about this, I want you guys to think about, how are you sharing? How do you share Juice Plus with people? And like Carrie said, this is going to kind of go back to old school, but as I was talking to Carrie, it made me realize, I think what we did was simple and it really worked, because now there are so many resources. We kind of got away from that. And so 8 years ago when I started this, I had no clue what I was doing and didn't know what I was going to say. All I knew is Jeanette, Carrie, and Cheryl said, you're going to have 3 events. I'm like, okay, I'm having 3 events. And you guys, I wasn't on Facebook then. We didn't have all these other types of events. There was a book, there were CDs, and you had an event. It was a live event. There was no other way of me getting the information to people besides having that live event. So I had 3 back to back, just changed the day, the time, and all 3 of them, I didn't do anything at these events. I sat there, maybe share my story, but I was so scared to talk, I couldn't even share my story. So I just sat back and listened to them. They had a book and they showed a CD in the videos. That was it. That is all we did. And within 40 days, I had 3 new team members. I had at my time the 10110, which is now the 2000 plus. And I have continuously built that stable customer, qualify my business right away. And I have never fallen out in 8 years. So how did I do that? Why did that work? And I think it's cool that we can maybe try to go back to that, which what Cheryl just showed you is exactly what we had. So Carrie, you kind of showed a booklet, so before we just had a book, it just looked different. And that was all that we did, because when you are having events that talked about Juice Plus, it worked because we brought value to them. We brought value behind why is Juice Plus important? Why is fruits and vegetables important? Because you guys, when I was starting, yes, I'm a nurse, but I did not know the value. I truly did not know the value behind all of that. In having these events, no matter One Simple Change, Healthy Living Revolution, Wine and Wellness, however you call it, you have to talk about Juice Plus. You have to talk about fruits and vegetables, the research, because they don't know what they don't know until they're there. I didn't know what I did not know. And so when you bring value by talking about Juice Plus, they start to get it and they start to understand, because people want to know what's in it for them. They want to know, why should they be doing this? And sometimes they don't even know it until they get to an event. So yes, all these other events, the Selling in the Jars, the Workout Wednesdays, the Taste of Shreds, those are all great. And not discounting those, because I absolutely love those events. When we started doing that, I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. But those are like great. Those are community events. Those are great to have, but you have to first, especially when you're new, I think when you're new, you've got to have these events so your friends know what you're doing. And I get it, because sometimes I think we veered off because there's so many other things and all these other things. Oh, these are so fun. And I also think sometimes it's a fear thing, because we think, oh, well, maybe if I say I'm having a salad and jar, it'll be easier for people to come. Maybe they won't think, we're talking about Juice Plus, and forcing them to do anything. But you guys, when we leave with our heart of why we're doing what we're doing and keep it simple, having this awesome, just simple event with a book and talking about Juice Plus, then they get to have the other, community events to come into, and that's what you get to invite to them. And the other big thing, even for us, and as we're even trying to bring in new people, that booklet, or even showing it on a screen, which I did that too, you can pull up your smart TV and go through it, is the book, it taught me. Being new, it taught me about Juice Plus. It taught me how to speak in front of people a little bit easier. I literally, that script that Cheryl showed you, I printed the script out, I taped it to inside of the book, and that was how I read. So literally, yes, in the beginning, it made it look like I was reading off of the book. And I just told people, I am learning with you. And so I'm going to go over this with you. But before I knew it, I didn't even need the book anymore. So I think it's also a great way of helping yourself learn about this and what we're teaching. And then it makes it duplicatable, which is what, Carrie was talking about. We want it to be simple and duplicatable. And so really, that was all I did, was having those events. So having the events, I sent out postcards to my customers, letting them know how they were doing, where they were at in their Juice Plus, and out 4 months, talking to them, seeing how they're feeling, what are their goals, and going through those kind of steps. That, when you show that you care, is how you start to build a customer that stays around, because my customers have understand the value of Juice Plus. They know that I care about them, because I want to know their goals. And then I have raving fans, and those raving fans now become my team. And so that's how I've been able to do that these past 8 years. So,
awesome. Okay, that's awesome. And Trisha, I don't know if you guys notice when we do recognition, some of you may or may not be on my team, so you may not see, but she's always in the top customer base, and she just has a really solid customer base, which I know they love her, and she does a great job at educating. And her and I were talking about this just last week, and we were like, we need to just get back to the basics and educate. We can still have all those fun events, because I love those fun events, you guys. It's the community and the fun that we get to do, but we've got to at least give our customers that base education. And anyway, I think Trisha has done a fabulous job at that, and so I wanted her to share that. And you know, we talked about why why customer care might have been a little bit easier for her, because she's a nurse. You know, her background is a nurse, and nurses are all about patient care, and they're all about like, okay, how are you feeling since you did that? How is it? It's a very normal process for a nurse. And so maybe we could all adopt the nursing attitude, you know, and nurses care, right? They're all about caring and the wellness of the patient. And so if we really think about why we're doing that, it's because we care, you know? I mean, how many of your people you do business with actually call you and say, well, how are you doing since you added your Vudu account or your Netflix account? How's that working out for you? Are you having any problems? No, they never call. So let's really get into some summer love and really show that we care. So I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for our customers. And I really hope that you guys enjoy this process. I want you to have fun with it. And so grab your buddy, grab your upline, grab your sponsor, start doing some calls together, just schedule a few here and there, and you will start to really enjoy this. You really, really will. And you're going to discover things that you never knew about your customers. So get into that, just caring and asking questions mode, and let's go out and just invite them into that whole mission part and becoming raving fans like we all are. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks, Trisha. Good night, everyone.